Hey, this is Colt Eastwood. Well, I was going to do this video about media bias against Xbox One and Microsoft, but I actually decided to shift to people getting their news different ways instead of relying on big sites like IGN and Gamespot. I looked on IGN's YouTube channel because of NextGen 720's video where he talked about how all this stuff's going on for Xbox and they're not talking about it. So I'm going to show you here 50 plus videos that IGN has pumped out over the past 4 days. And in coincidence, over the past 4 days, a lot of really cool, exciting, and interesting news has come out regarding Microsoft and Xbox. So instead of reporting about the specs, instead of reporting about Black Ops 2 finally becoming backward compatible, and before you tell me who cares about old games, that game is on the very top of the list of the most requested backward compatibility approved titles for Xbox One. And it is arguably one of the best shooters on last-gen consoles. Another huge piece of news that came out, and you guys already know this, but I just want to contrast this against IGN being one of those big gaming moguls that isn't talking about this news. Digital refunds are a thing. They're a thing coming to Xbox, which is interesting that this is something coming to a console. This is good. This is a step in the right direction for everybody. And this will push Sony to do the same thing. Now, I know I'm still kind of leaning towards a media bias against Xbox One and Microsoft, but look at what IGN chose to report instead of what was actually more important for gaming. Star Wars dolls, Watch Dogs 2 DLC, Deadpool 2 casting, Transformers movie, NBA Playgrounds, Overwatch, Atomic Blonde, more Overwatch, Thor Ragnarok, more Overwatch, Nintendo Direct Ukulele, Pokemon Sun, Naruto Shippuden, Naruto Boruto, more Thor Ragnarok, Disney Afternoon Collection, and then finally, 55 videos ago, Project Scorpio specs and Overwatch reveal details. I checked out GameSpot, and about 15 videos ago, they put out something about the Project Scorpio dev kit, but nothing on the digital refunds, nothing on backward compatibility on Black Ops 2. And then you get an article about the NPD sales for March that says, this is the title of the headline: PlayStation 4 outsold Xbox One in March, but Nintendo Switch topped them both. Now that's how you write a headline. Instead of saying, Nintendo Switch wins March NPD, why not flame the crap out of it and say, PlayStation 4 is still kicking Xbox's butt? Well, okay, I did it again. I'm still pushing my agenda about media bias against Xbox. Now I understand that you have to cater to where the market share is. And this is all happening right now. I think maybe it's going to come to a head. Maybe we're going to see a change. Maybe we're going to see something where GameSpot or IGN actually have to address the fact that they're being called out for being biased. But I know a lot of you guys have been subbed to IGN and GameSpot for a long time, and if you're like me, if you watch a lot of their videos that are related to the things you like, when they're not putting out Naruto Shippuden or something about some comic that they read, when they're putting out console gaming or just gaming videos in general, you watch them, you know when you watch those videos that that whole office, that staff at GameSpot or that staff at IGN, they all are PlayStation 4 lovers. PlayStation's huge, so it dominates the market. It dominates the gaming media that way. But for the past 2 weeks, there's been huge, fun, and exciting news for Xbox, and you've got these huge gaming outlets that aren't even bothering to report on it. Why? Because they didn't get their first hands-on with Xbox Scorpio? Well, of course they didn't. Why the heck would Microsoft give them first? They don't even know what they're doing. And you know what you'd hear from GameSpot and IGN if they got to see the specs and they were explained to them and everything's going over their head. You got Ryan McCaffrey like with the goatee. Oh yeah, I totally know what the bandwidth of a gigahertz is. That totally is, that's right up my alley. And then they turn around and do a video and go, I highly doubt that the Xbox Scorpio will actually do native 4K, but the Pro can. Anyway, so I'll just watch their channel a little bit, and when they finally put up this news about Black Ops 2, about the free sync, about digital refunds, when they finally actually report on that stuff, I'll see how they handle it. Should be fine. They usually sound pretty excited. I mean, they try to, right? Maybe it's time we just unsubscribed and just go to your favorite YouTuber and use them as your gaming source. Maybe it's time. for IGN Gamespot to stop having the reign over gaming news. Hey, do me a favor, would you? In the comment section, put 2 or 3 of the YouTube channels that you go to hear the latest news, and maybe we can share those with each other, and we can find good places to get our news and stay informed on what's going on with gaming. Anyway, if you want, follow me on Twitter at Colt Eastwood. I've actually kind of tried to stay active on that and maybe project out what kind of video stuff I'm doing to kind of bounce stuff off you guys. I like talking about gaming. That's why I do this channel, because I like to talk with you, and if you comment, I try to comment back. And we're here for a conversation because, you know, most of us in the real world where we work or where we go to school, not a lot of gamers surround us. And, you know, we like to huddle in with people that like to talk about the same thing, and that's what I'm here for. So thank you so much for subscribing. I'll talk to you guys soon. Let me know if you have any ideas what you want to hear next, and we'll see you then.